In this video, we are going to learn about the Angular forms, and then we will see what are the template driven form and the reactive form with the help of sample demo. As we already know what are the significance of form in any application, like form are one of the most important part in any application. They are mostly used for all the purpose, and like they can be used for login to the application, and then in various process of the application. Form contains lot of controls like text box, combo box, radio button, and so many user defined control. These are the medium through which the user interact to our website or to our application and submit the details with the help of the given form. For example, when you are going to the Facebook site, you simply go to create your ID with the help of the form given to you that requires some information like your name, your phone number, your email. These are nothing but the control that combine together to create the form, to collect the information and submit the information, so that we can further proceed with that particular data to log into the application. If we are talking about the developer responsibility in the form, then there are several type of responsibility that comes from developer while developing the form in any application. These responsibilities are like binding of data in the form, tracking of the value in the form, applying validation to the field, visual feedback need to be added to the form, and it should show proper error message to the user so that user can give the proper input. And if all the data are correct enough to be submitted, and if all the details in the form are correct, then we are able to submit the data. Otherwise it will simply prompt us some error or some messages in order to correct our input data. While developing the Angular application, and if we want to add the forms in our page, then we have to know how the form works in the application that are created in the Angular. First of all, we have to know what are the template. This is nothing but the HTML template, HTML file that creates the UI through which it collects the user data like name, address, phone, email, etc. And then comes the class that is added to that particular template, which is responsible for binding the data that need to be sent to the server. Then once the data is getting binded, then we need a service, a kind of service that sends the data to the server after all the validations and errors has been removed and the form data is good enough to send to the server. Then these are the service that helps to send the data to the server. And furthermore, it's server responsibility to use the data that is coming from our application. So as we already discussed what are the template, these are the component template that is nothing but the HTML view to collect the data from the end user. Then comes the component class that handles the data and help them binding and send the data through the service. How we can define the forms in Angular? We have the two approaches. The first one is template driven form and the second one is reactive forms. So template driven forms are used when most of the code is written in the HTML template page, while reactive form are used when most of the code is written in the component class. So we need to enable the type of form that we want to use in our application. So if we are going through the form creation with the help of template driven approach, then first of all we have to know Angular doesn't give you the functionality to use the ng model and other form related service directly. We have to export them accordingly to our usage. Let us start with the demo example and create the Angular application which contains the login page with the help of template driven form. let us see in our next video what we have created and what we are going to create. So thank you so much.